for all my friends and family. I don't care what your viewpoint is on vaping. I don't care what your viewpoint on gun control is. There is an act by the FDA to eliminate vaping in the United States. I don't want you to look at this because I'm a vapor and I want you guys to support this. I want you to look at it in other perspectives. This ban will lay off almost 150,000 people. People that have opened vape shops have poured their life into it and given up their career. These people will go under and be flat broke for the rest of their life and will not probably live in a nice home or even have the luxury to have decent quality food. I'm only saying this because this act is complete bullshit. It is the government being bought out by big tobacco industries. Now, I myself, as a vapor, I picked it up because I didn't want to start smoking cigarettes. And I know my family wouldn't want me to see me smoking cigarettes. Pretty sure they would rather have me vape, which is completely healthy. There's nothing in vape juice or e-juice, as you should say in a professional term, that is unhealthy for you. There's vegetable glycerin, that's in food. There's propylene glycol, that's also in food. There's nicotine, that's included in tomatoes. Nicotine is in tomatoes, and so is THC. Oh my God. What I'm trying to say is, how can the government itself gain from this by banning vaping? Well, it's simple. They get a big fat paycheck from companies that make cigarettes, dip, cigars, you name it. They're getting a profit from it. They're being bought out to do this. Sorry about the light flickering, but this is serious, and I don't care at the moment. I don't care if you're a friend who didn't like me in high school. I don't care if you're a friend who still dislikes me. I don't care if you're a friend who we had a fallout with. I don't really care. I just want you guys to know that this is an issue. This is the government controlling us. Granted, it's only going to impact a fraction of the United States, but vaping is still a big thing. Not in my life, but also for business. The maker of Steady Moddin', okay? This box mod, you want to know what? He started off small with plastic. This is a CNC made box mod, okay? Those retail at $150 a piece. He's selling a lot of them. He's probably made at least $100,000. I wouldn't consider him rich. If he is, that's good for him. His name's Jeff. I'm not going to tell you his last name for security reasons. I don't know if he wants me to do that. I haven't even told him about this video. I just want you guys to call the number that I'm going to be putting in the title of this video. Call the White House, ask to leave a message for the president. When you do that, say how you support vaping because it helps people quit cigarettes. Cigarettes kill people. They kill over 450,000 people a year. Vaping, unless if you're unsafe, such as batteries that aren't safe to use with a ohm build, you're not going to know this language unless if you vape. Basically, a battery can vent. We all know what happens when batteries vent. It leaks acid, melts things, gets hot, shit happens. Bad shit. I don't know if you know, but there's a lot of safety that goes into it. People that harm themselves choose that to do that to themselves by not educating themselves. I just want you to support this act. It is called, I'll get the number, I'll put it in the title. But I want you to support this because if you think about it, there's a lot of things that can happen. Okay, so if they're controlling vaping, what stops them from controlling guns? Okay? I'm just trying to get into an aspect that all of you can understand. I don't know how else to do this other than to make a video for you guys. This is a serious topic, in my opinion, and I really hope that you guys can make that call to the White House, get through, and tell them your opinion, even if it's anti. I don't want you to go call and say, oh yeah, vaping's bad, because that won't help the situation. I want you guys to call and view it as somebody who's quitting cigarettes or didn't smoke cigarettes and instead decided to pick up a vape. I'm not saying that either of them is bad or is good for your health. Okay, I understand that there may be some things that are wrong. Vaping is a relatively new industry and everything else like that. So there's still a lot of research to be done. But what I'm trying to say is I myself will be impacted and probably forced to switch to cigarettes. And I'm pretty sure I can name a lot of people who would hate to see that. I can almost guarantee it. So what I'm trying to say is, guys, just call the White House. It'll put you to a person. You can say, I'd like to leave a message for the president. They'll record it and send it to his message box. I don't really know. I'm not really too in-depth details about the White House. I mean, I don't work there. And you may ask, well, okay, how does this affect me? It doesn't. But it affects numerous others, and you should be concerned for other people's well-being. That's part of being an adult. We should all get along. It's not really that hard to understand. There's something called acceptance, okay? Now, just call this number. Tell them how you support vaping rather than cigarettes, because cigarettes are nasty as hell. And if I can't vape, I have no other alternative to meeting other people. Vaping is more than just getting your fix on nicotine. You can meet new people. You can hang out in vape shops. You can do all this cool stuff. People even learn tricks and get paid to do vape tricks. They view that as a career. And for this to be banned, it's going to put a lot of people under. I know a shop owner. His name's Jim. I'm not going to give the last name. He owns a local vape shop. And if his vape shop closes, he took, I don't know if it's true, but I asked him, okay, you're a millionaire now, right? Just like, joking around. And he's like, yeah, $2 million later. So guys, he's at least in debt by a lot. And he's making that back by selling vape stuff. He also owns other businesses. I'm not going to go into detail. Jim, if you're watching this, you know what I'm trying to say. Guys, this is more than just my benefit. It's benefit to people who have quit their careers and have taken this as their job. It's their business, and if they lose their business, well, it's kind of hard to make a living after you quit a career, because it's kind of hard to get back in when half the shit that you go to college for, you're never going to get a job in. I'm sorry to put it that way, but that's honestly the truth. It's so hard to get a career that you can rely on these days. So view it as either a beneficiary to people that own the shops, the juice lines, the mods, people who do this stuff in the vape community, or view it as, okay, I'd rather see somebody stop smoking or somebody vaping than smoking. I'm pretty sure my family, as I said before, would hate to see me smoking. And I know that they don't like me vaping, but it's better than smoking. So please just call the number. I'll have it in the title. I'll also have the name of the act that changes the grandfather date for all devices and juice and everything. So please just support this. I don't care if you barely know me. Just hear me out and do this, please. Thank you, and have a nice day.